Hold up, before you get to watching this video, let me talk to you for a second. Hit that bell down below and subscribe to the Fitz Take Podcast YouTube channel so you'll know when every episode is dropping or if something has been posted on this page. Also, be sure to follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. Now back to the episode. LSU faced off with Sunbelt member South Alabama. And the talk all week long was, how is this LSU defense going to stack up against this explosive South Alabama offense? And like I said on Saturday night, I know we had just been talking about UL beating the Power Four, but it's levels to this stuff, man. It's levels to it. I know I just said that it does not matter sometimes of what patch you wear, but when you're one of those brands that are expected to be in the top 10 of the country every single year, and you face a team that is not expected to be in the top 10 of the country every single year, you're supposed to do what LSU did. They beat South Alabama 42-10, setting them up now to go into their first bye week before they get on the other side and will face off with Ole Miss. So, Elijah, for you, did this game confirm anything that we didn't already know? Was this supposed to be what LSU did? How did you feel about this victory for the Tigers?
I felt the same way Brian Kelly felt. Next week we'll be going back to work because we all know how this wasn't a game that moved the measuring stick for them. This was South Alabama. No offense to South Alabama, but this is LSU. They're actually competing to be in that playoff spot when the end of the year happens. We can't say the same for South Alabama. But for the Tigers, what I did notice about the Tigers, the effort was there yesterday. The effort was definitely there. I just think that, with Brian Kelly saying, I don't know if this is concerning or not, but him saying we're going to get back to work after Monday. Monday we're going to get back to work during this bye week because they do have a tough opponent against Ole Miss, who just recently lost to Kentucky, but they know what they're up against because their season is on the line. If they don't beat Ole Miss, I don't think they make the college football playoff. To be honest with you, only for the simple fact that the SEC is tough. They don't beat Ole Miss. You still got Alabama, you still got Georgia, you still got Texas, you still got these teams that's competing to be there. So, with that being said, does this move the measuring stick? No, but the game next week, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after against Ole Miss, that's going to move the stick for them because at the end of the day, we want to see what we hope to see LSU can do. We expected to see more than 40 points against South Alabama. Now, we didn't expect Gary Nussmeier to throw 39 passes. That's ridiculous, wild, crazy, however we want to describe it. But at the end of the day, the week against Ole Miss, which I think is their homecoming, correct?
Yeah, it is.
The week against Ole Miss, homecoming, that Saturday night in Baton Rouge, that's what we all glued into. We locked in. We hope that LSU pulls it out. I want to see what type of energy Brian Kelly and the Tigers have with Ole Miss coming to town.
Yeah, I have to agree with you to say that that is going to be the moment that defines their season, because the recent AP poll has Ole Miss fallen 6 spots. They are now number 12 in the nation, and LSU moved up 1 spot and they're 13. So the winner gets that second loss. They'll probably flip flop. That knocks you right out there outside of contention. Obviously, there are different aspects about the college football playoff top 12 that could factor in, but you're right on that bubble team that could, if you have 2 losses and it's another team in the mix, do you get in, do you get out? Because if you lose that game, now you're fighting and clawing and you're hoping that you can see another SEC team lose because, for LSU, they still have Texas A&M that's in the top 25. That's right at 25 now. So that's another ranked win that they could have if they get that. And then Alabama is now number 1 in the country. So if they remain number 1 and they come to your house and you're able to pick up that victory, we know that's going to be a night game. But if you're able to pick that victory up, now you're talking about pushing yourself in the top 10 conversation. It also kind of works against you because for USC, if they continue to win and they, are moving up, and you go and beat Alabama, they're always going to stay ahead of you in whatever the rankings are. It's almost like RPI in those regards. because they beat you so early in the season, that makes that win look a lot better if you're able to go and beat Ole Miss for homecoming, if you're able to go and beat Texas A&M and knock them out of the top 25, and then go able to knock off the number one team in the country. Um, but like you said, like there was nothing about this game that we didn't already know. The offense is explosive, is capable of going out and scoring 30, 40 points a game as they should. I think that BK kind of kept Garrett in there a little bit longer because of that second interception that he threw. You know, you can see on the broadcast that he was fussing at him and letting him know, like, you know, hey, you have a high standard. We expect you to play a lot cleaner than that, especially against a team like this. So I think that could possibly have been the reason. It also could be for Heisman candidacy because he threw for 409 yards, which was a career best for him. Um, but ultimately, you know, they did everything that they were supposed to do in this victory. It was nothing surprising. The defense holding South Alabama to 10 points. The offense clicked on all cylinders. Caden Durham continued to prove why you have to recruit young talent. And that's why this is always and will forever be a young man's game. You know, Josh Williams has been great for the program. He wears the number 18 and all that stuff, but it is very obvious right now that he is not the main running back. You might start him, you might put him out first, he might get the first carry, the first touch, but obviously now Caden Durham has made it abundantly clear that he is the starting running back for the LSU Tigers, and you know, he did leave with an injury. As of us recording this episode, we do not know of his health. So if this drops and something happens, don't be in the comments talking about, oh, y'all uninformed, y'all. We record these episodes and then we drop them the following day. So, to my knowledge, as of now, Caden Durham is going to be healthy. They'll have that bye week for him to get healthy going into the Ole Miss game, anyways, and you're going to need him. You, as much as you know, Garrett is capable of throwing the ball 39 times. Like we've said, you know, all season long, me and Elijah are both people that are believers in that you have to have balance. So you threw the ball 39 times, really 42 times because Ricky Collins came in and threw it 3 times. So you threw the ball 42 times. You ran it 27 times. And I know we're in the RPO games where sometimes the quarterback has the option to pull it and can throw it out, but you're still throwing the football. So you threw it 42 times, you ran it 27 times. You're looking a little pass heavy, right? You kind of need to dial that back. Let's make it like 34 and 39. Let's kind of whatever the math factors out. I know that's probably off, but let's dial it and even it out just a little bit so we can, you know, keep some balance so that you can keep the offense or keep the defenses understanding that they can't just, you know, pin their ears back or bomb blitz you, uh, and you know, get you off the field and get you out of your game plan. So LSU moves on to 4-1 on the season. Like I said, they are 13th in the country according to Associated Press. Um, and now they will head into their bye week. And out of that bye week, they will face off with probably going to be a very pissed off Ole Miss Rebels. Ole Miss does have a game uh, this week coming up. I'm trying to see who it is that they're facing. Oh, they're facing South Carolina. Good luck. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. They putting up 70 if they can. If they can. Them boys putting up 70. So good luck with that one. Currently, Ole Miss is favored by 9 points according to ESPN Bet. Uh,
Who's home?
was it?
Who's home?
It's at South Carolina. At South Carolina. So I don't know how much of a difference that is. How much of a difference that's going to make for them. Even though South Carolina is still 3-1 and playing extremely well. I mean, now on the flip side to this, um, if you're LSU, you're not hoping necessarily that Ole Miss wins that game. But if South Carolina beats them, that matchup will lose a lot of luster. And it still will be very important for you for your college football hopes. But now, if South Carolina goes in or, you know, brings in Ole Miss and they lose, now you're talking about potentially, you know, falling to the late teens, early 20s of where Ole Miss could be in the polling. Now you're talking about maybe a 10 versus 19 matchup. Still a very good ball game, but it loses some of its luster. So we'll be keeping our eye on that Ole Miss and South Carolina. Well, you know what? What time is that game at? 2:30. Okay, I might be watching it because I'll be driving to Dallas to go see Usher. So some of that. I'm glad LSU is off. UL is not off. So I'm telling y'all right now, we will not be having a Saturday night post game because I'll be somewhere uh, talking to my lady and watching Usher perform. So there's that. But LSU picks up the 42-10 victory over South Alabama next week. They have the bye week, and then they will face off with the Ole Miss Rebels for home. Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Fitz Take podcast. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. And remember, every episode of the Fitz Take podcast will air right here on the YouTube channel every Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.